Hi. Okay. So I have like 200 subscribers to my channel right now. So that's not that much, which I don't care because I have a message, and whatever my message is going to reach whoever is supposed to hear it. Nothing I can do about that. I got videos, like most of my videos that's on this page kind of encourages herbal use, natural medicines, and some of the videos talk about spiritual awakening. Some of my videos might say mental health. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's about a spiritual awakening, because really, your mind is the problem. So we're not finna focus on mental stuff, because once you get to a point in your life where it's just pure spirituality, your mind doesn't even matter. And then you realize, like, most of the things in your life that you had to struggle with was because you was thinking too much. So we're not going to talk about mental health. We're going to talk about spirituality. That's what this whole thing is about. This is the only reason why we're incarnated here. It's the end all be all. So, okay, so one of the topics that me and some of my close friends talk about is free will. Now, free will, we can argue about it. And I can't say that my opinion or my point of view of this topic is 100% correct. Can't tell you, because I'm human. I don't fucking know. I don't really know 100%. But all I can say is, if something resonates with you and your soul, it's probably right. And that's literally all you can go by. Because who else you gonna ask? If you can't tap into your soul and you can't ask God to bring you a message, how else are you gonna get the truth? I mean, God will use other people as vessels, but at the end of the day, if he can directly tell you a message, he's going to, and it's going to resonate with your spirit. So, here's the video. So, free will. And this is not a production. This is not a TV channel. This is a YouTube channel. This is a place where I feel as though people around the entire globe can connect and resonate with each other. And that's just the whole gist of it all. If you resonate with ASMR, you're going to watch ASMR. If you resonate with how to fix cars, because that's something that your soul purpose is in line with, you're going to watch car videos on YouTube. So anybody who finds this video, it's because you were supposed to, because you resonate with it on a spiritual and soul level. That's besides the point. So anywho, free will. We don't have none. Sorry to break it to you. Sorry to break you the news, but there's no such thing. There's no such thing as free will. We only think it is. But if you think about it, there is no free will. And that's kind of a, like, at first when you think about it and you're like, oh my God, I don't have no control over my life, and every decision I make is not by choice. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. But if you think about it from another perspective, which is the truth, not having free will is kind of like liberating, because you know that your soul is guiding you, and your soul's not going to fuck up. Your soul's not going to get it wrong. It's omnipresent. It's omnipresent. So everything that you go through in life was supposed to happen. Like, duh. Like, one thing couldn't happen without the other thing occurring first. And you could say that's like, oh, that's the law of cause and effect. But all of that implies that we don't have free will, for the simple fact that out of all the options that we could have taken in this precise moment in space and time, we chose a specific choice. Why? Because it resonated. And what did it resonate with? I'll be arguing with people about this subject because this is not a very easy concept to just accept. It's very simple, but easy no. Because if you really let it sink in that I don't have no free will, your ego would fucking freak the fuck out. It would freak out. I mean, I can see why it would freak out, because your ego, your mental, and your brain and all of that is here to protect you from shit like walking in the doors. It needs to make sure that it can have a solution and be predictable so that you can be safe. But in the 5D, in the spiritual realm, there's no such thing as a door. So your soul don't give a fuck about no door. Don't care about no door. I don't know another way to explain this, but that's the most simplest way that I can explain the difference between living in 3D dimensional human form, which is also made out of, this is physical, versus spiritual realm. There is no door in the spiritual realm. There is no car. There is no body part. There is no arm in the spiritual realm. It is pure energy, frequency, waves. That's all that there really is, because at the end of the day, when we die, none of this shit can do nothing but disintegrate. Everything's going to break down into a molecular level. But your soul's not. So what's really real? You or your soul? You, your mind, your ego, or your soul? Which again brings us back to our first point. There is no free will. Your soul is so much more powerful than your flesh and your brain and anything that you could ever strategically think up. Every invention, every bright idea, every person who was chosen, every life path, every birth was created from the soul. You wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for your soul incarnating into a body. You really think your body and your brain controls your soul when your soul was here first? No. So, sorry to break it to you. And we can argue in the comments if you want to. I'm not finna argue with you, because there's no point in convincing someone of something that doesn't resonate with them. This video ain't for you. It might be one day when your soul is ready to align with it, but as of right now, it's not. And there's no free will. It's okay though. That's very liberating to know that I don't have to be a doctor. I don't have to be a lawyer. I don't have to do 12 years in college and grad school and then do my practice and all this stuff to be successful and living my purpose. Not having free will implies that we all have a purpose without having to do anything. We all have a purpose just for the simple fact that we were incarnated here. That's beautiful. I mean, I don't see what more you could want from life. I don't see. Like, what else could you want? Like, the whole point of living is to feel like you left something behind or that you made a difference in the world. You already made a difference in the world just because you were born. These are the truths of the universe and the truths of the world. And people who are still watching this video, it gets very irritating because it's like, you know this stuff. You know this. This is the truth. The truth is going to always be a burning knowing within yourself. And you live in a world full of people that don't understand how special and important that they are to humanity just by being born. And so it's like, it's really hard to maneuver this 3D lifestyle and this 3D plane and this 3D reality because it's like, people around you are asleep. And not on no like, oh, I'm woke or none of that conscious. I'm woke, I'm conscious, I'm vibration, high, yeah, da, da. It's not about that. It's about this whole journey and knowing who you are. And when you know who you are, that you know that just from being incarnated, even before incarnation, that you was going to make a difference on this planet just by being born. You don't understand how many people you going to influence just by being born. I'm a mom. My kids influenced me so much. All they had to do was be born. They didn't even pick nothing. They didn't consciously do anything that changed the whole trajectory of my life. All they did was be born. And that's the key. And that's what I just want everybody to know, and that's why I'm making this video, and that is why everybody's so stressed out and in depression, anxiety, and they're trying to live in the past and they live in the future. They don't understand that this illusion of the world is really what's stressing them out, because when you realize that you are your purpose, you are your purpose. Just by being born, just by existing. You even know, like, the odds of you even being here in the first place, when it could have been somebody else with a different, unique DNA sequence and different hair and different eyes and different height and different weight and different everything that makes different vocal cords, different, just the uniqueness that makes them who they are. That is the purpose. That is the expression of the divine within all of us. Even if you judge it as bad, wrong, whatever the case is, it's perfect. When you get to that point in your journey, that's when you know you have freedom of the mind. And that's when you know that you don't need nothing. You don't need no car, no Benz, no Lambo. You don't need no nothing. You don't even need family. You don't need nothing to realize that you are divine and you are fulfilling your purpose, and you do have a reason for being here, whether your outer environment reinforces that or not. That's the fucking whole shit. And you didn't even have a choice to be here in the first place. You could have got aborted. You don't have no free will. You was meant to be incarnated in this life at this particular time in history. Right now. Not yesterday, not 1 second ago. Right here, right now. You was meant to be here. But that was free will. That was free will? Did you really choose to be here right now? No. When you was sad, depressed, and feeling like you didn't want to be here no more, did you choose to wake up the next day? You didn't choose it. Because in that mind state, you would have chose not to be, right? But you end up waking up the next day. Did you choose that? Even down to the little things like, oh, I wore a red shirt today versus a black shirt. You still didn't choose that. You think you chose that. You don't know how significant wearing a red shirt versus a black shirt made in the trajectory of your life, leading to your destiny. You don't have no free will. You didn't. You don't. You never will. It's okay though, because free will comes from the mind and destiny comes from the soul, and the soul never fucks up. So there's no way you could fuck up. Therefore, I would rather put my life in my soul's hands than my mind's hands any day. It's very freeing to know that I put my life in the hands of my soul, which never fucks up. Very complex, but it's very simple. And so my whole point of making this video, even though I look crazy, and don't be going up to kids trying to find my kids, is chill out, just relax. Don't take life too serious. It's a journey. It's supposed to be a full human experience. We are spirits having a human experience. Experience it. Quit trying to avoid shit. Quit trying to avoid pain and heartbreak. That's part of it. That's part of it. I learned so much from having my heart broken. I learned so much from painful situations. My biggest lessons came from pain. Why are you running from that? Why? To even know that I have the ability to this day, after everything I've been through, to feel. Still, most people can't even feel. Most people cannot even feel. I still can feel. It still works somewhere around here. Something around here still works. That's awesome. I love that. And I'm going to always work to make sure this shit stay open and that I could feel every type of human experience that I can. Because that's the whole point. That's the whole point. We live in duality. We live in dark and light. We live in ups and downs. We live in rain and sunshine. Because it's like, how can I even know what sunshine is if I never witnessed darkness before? Sunshine would be just sunshine, and what's the significance in that? It's just sunshine. It's just here. And that right there, that duality brings meaning. And then once you understand, and once you get the meaning, and once you understand duality, you understand that no duality is even better. No duality is the whole origination point. And then once you get to that origination point, you realize that you are observing yourself as a spirit, which is no duality, which is just is. You're experiencing as a spirit, you are experiencing duality, and you are collapsing it because you always going to follow your spirit, and your spirit doesn't resonate with duality because it's perfect, which is balance. It's not too high, it's not too low, it's not too right, it's not too wrong. It just is. And that is the truth. And that is the origination. And that's how energy works. And that's how spirituality works. And that's how science works. And that's how it just all works, okay? So, whoever sees this video, this was for you. Thank you for listening to this channel message, because I'm probably never going to record a video and say this same exact stuff again, because I didn't write this down. This is literally freestyle and it's just coming out. But it's YouTube and it's a free world, and I can say what I want to say on YouTube. And like I said, whoever resonates and who's in the frequency of this message is going to hear it. Somebody's calling me. But I'm posting it now, so subscribe.